So let's go back to order of operations a little bit. We have to model our character, we have to make sure the UVs are done, we should do our shading and texturing, and we need to do our blend shapes. Then we do joints, orient joints, controls, and connections. So in the last hour, we've already had our model and our UVs, and our shading and texturing is simple. We're not doing anything to it. We haven't done blend shapes yet, but we did do joints. We oriented our joints, we created our controls, and we did some connections. We have one more major control, the head control, that we need to do. But before we combine skin, let's do our blend shape right here. And you'll say, hey, you're supposed to do blend shapes first. Well, if we look here, I can do some parallel. We can do some things parallel. I can do joints, orient joints, controls, and connections at the same time parallel to UV and blend shapes. But by the time I want to do my skin binding, I need to have my connections done, and I need to have my textures and blend shapes done when I'm going to do my final bind skinning. Alright, so we're going to do blend shapes. So the head here, I call it head geo. I'm going to duplicate it, I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to move it straight up. And I'm going to call this head geo master BS. And I like to keep the master blend shape node right here, and I won't touch it. And that's the one I'm going to copy and paste from. And I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to duplicate. Alright. Now, how do blend shapes work? Blend shapes work on a per vertex basis. They deform based on per vertex. So let's just do a quick example of this. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to blink both of these eyes right here. Okay. And then I will call this blink. Alright. I'm going to add it here. I select my base node, and then I select my main shape. Actually, it's not supposed to be this one. Go here, select this one, and in animation, then I go to blend shape, and I say face. This is where all of my blend shapes are going to go, face. And then I go to advanced, and I say parallel. The default, it's normally default, so you go to parallel. And there's a reason we do that, because we're going to skin this. If we're not skinning it, it won't be the same, but we're skinning this head. And then we go to face, and we go here, create. And what that does is that creates in my head node right here, head geo2, it creates a blend shape. And I can now go here and blink. So what else could I do? I could make this guy look angry. Let's grab this part too. Alright, and let's call this one angry. Okay, and then we can do maybe surprise. surprise, okay. So I have blink, angry, surprise, and this is why I keep my master here. I duplicate from the master, and let's add worry in there. Okay. I think we could fix surprise a little bit, but let's just do worry. I'm going to call this worry. Okay. So now I have my blink already in here, but I don't have the other ones in there. So what I want to do is I want to grab angry, surprise, and worry, and I'm going to grab my main head again, and I'm going to, instead of create blend shape, I'm going to add the blend shape in. So I say blend shape, add, specify node, face, apply and close, and that adds some new ones. I like the horizontal the best, and I go blink, angry, surprise, worry, and we can add more later. What's important is before we skin, we should at least have some basic ones, and really we should separate left and right, left blink, right blink. I have another tutorial on how to do that with a script, but for now I think that works.